Hey guys, the ban list is right around the corner, so I just thought it'd be cool if we could discuss possibly some of the cards that might get banned, why they might get hit, and to how many, how many quantities they might get hit. So I'm gonna start this. I'm gonna start this video off with honestly one of the most broken cards right now in today's metagame, and that is Clifford Scout. So obviously, if you follow the meta, you'll see that Clees have been topping various tournaments all across the country, all across the TCG. They're such a good deck, and this card is honestly pretty much game breaking. The fact that you can just summon it out, or just activate in the Pendulum Zone, and then just keep searching cards, and then with that stupid Performer Pal, the cat, you bounce it back, you keep spamming the effect. It just generates way too much free advantage. Honestly, I understand that they're going to probably release more support for the Cleese, so they're probably not going to hit this card at all. But if they do hit it, they'll probably hit it to one, or they'll hit this card, Summoner's Art. So yeah, that this card is also really broken with the Clee deck, just because it searches out the Scout. But I don't really think it's the card's own fault, and I really think that the card that needs to get hit is Clifford Scout. So next up, we're going to be talking about the Shaddolls. Another really good deck this format. The Shaddol Fusion is honestly probably one of their best cards. The fact that you can fusion summon a monster from your deck is really good. But the problem with this card isn't really that. The annoying part is that this card just generates so much free advantage for the deck, because your opponent has a card in their extra deck. Oh, summon out. You're gonna make Winda, and then you pick the monsters from your deck. You're obviously going to generate advantage with those monsters. It could be a dragon to pop a card. You could send more stuff with Squamata. This card is just way too broken. Honestly, I think that if they hit it to one, it would be fine, and the deck could still function with El Shaddol Fusion, the quick spell. But I really just don't like the way this card functions. And last up for the meta decks that I'm going to be talking about, Dante, Traveler of the Burning Abyss. So this card is really good. Just the fact that it's a generic rank 3, you can mill top cards, 3 top cards of your deck, makes it really work well, the Burning Abyss archetype. Obviously, that's what it's supposed to do. But I feel like this card is just way too good, and allowing your opponent to have multiples of it, I think, is just too broken. They should probably, they're like, of all the cards they could hit in the Burning Abyss archetype, I feel like this is the card that would probably do the most damage to hit. And I feel like if they also hit this card to one, the deck would still be able to function. So next up in this video, I'm going to be talking about a couple of cards that I really think are just game breaking and stupid, and they really need to either ban or do something about them. First off, I'm pretty sure everyone saw this coming. Vanity's Emptiness. This card is stupid. I really hate this card a lot because it's just so game breaking, and seeing your opponent summon out all their monsters, establish their board, and then flip up Vanities, it's you basically lost. Like, at that point in time, unless you draw into an MST or something, you've basically lost. This card is just, it's so bad. Like, it's not fun for the game. It's not good for the game. A card that allows you to do whatever you want, but then just totally stun out your opponent and prevent them from reacting. There's no player interaction that goes on with this card. I really think they should ban it. It's the same logic, essentially, behind Royal Oppression. Obviously, Royal Oppression is so much better than this card, but again, this card, it's so good. It is way too good. I don't like this card at all. And next up, Skill Drain. They might not hit Skill Drain, but I feel like this format, it is really good in a lot of decks. Cleese, obviously, they play 3 of them. The Yang Zings also play this card, although Yang Zings haven't been doing too much. I don't like this card too much. It's kind of annoying. Same logic behind Vanity's Emptiness. but the worst, at least you can get rid of this card in some ways. I don't think this card is as devastating as Vanity's Emptiness, so I think that if they do something, they could maybe semi-limit it. I don't know. I feel like this card is just really good. Semi-limiting it would make it less of a devastating card to your opponent, but still make it playable. I really don't want to ban. I don't think they should ban this card. Or limit it. It's not that great, but again, they should do something about it. And then lastly, Kaiser Coliseum. I hate this card. It's the same logic behind Vanities, but it's just stupid. I really don't like this card. It was when Boojins were around, they'd use this card to so devastating effect. Such an annoying card. Um, Again, it's like a worse Vanities. They could also hit this card to 2 if they wanted to, hit it to 1. I just really, I don't think that it just, like, it doesn't make the game fun. There's no player interaction with this card. There's no nothing with this card. It's such a stun-oriented card. This meta is so stun-related. I don't like it at all. But anyway, yeah, this trifectum of cards, they need to do something about them because really they're way too broken right now. And then Artifact Sanctum. This card is a staple that a lot of decks have been running. You just summon it out. You just summon out an artifact from your deck. Most of the time, it's going to be Moral Attack. You're going to pop a card. Um, I feel like it might actually become a staple sometime. And I mean, lots of decks are already teching it in, but I feel like this card is also just a great card. If they semi-limited it or hit it to 1, that'd be pretty cool, but I really don't think they're going to do anything about Artifact Sanctum as of now. So these are just a couple of cards that have been on the ban list for a while, and I think they should take them off for personal reasons and others. Elemental Hero Stratos. This card, I think a lot of people already saw it coming. It is really important in the Elemental Hero deck for it to function. The new Masked Heroes that have been coming out, they're probably going to try and bring some hype to those Masked Heroes with Elemental Hero Stratos. What I was actually thinking that they might do is that they might just bring it back to 1 and then ban it again at a format later. Just because, I mean, I think they're just going to unban this card to generate hype for the deck. And, yeah, I don't really see why this card was banned in the first place. The effect is really good, but it's not broken to the point of just ruining the game. And it wasn't even doing anything in the meta when it got banned in the first place. So it was pretty random on Konami's side to actually ban this card. But let's see what they do with it. I hope they bring it back. I'm a fan of the Elemental Heroes. I always thought they were a fun archetype. Everyone likes them, really. So yeah, the next card, Thousand Eyes Restrict. The only fusion monster on the ban list. Really, I don't see why this card is banned at all. Now, if you guys don't know the effect, it's honestly, I don't see why you would know the effect. Basically, your opponent can't attack, and no monsters other than him can attack, and he has the relinquished effect where he steals the attack and defense of a monster. But honestly, fusion related cards are like they don't really do much unless they're like super broken, like Shaddoll Fusion. So this card could honestly go back to 3 like multiples, and no one would do. I mean, you will see some fun decks, some fun little decks with this card, but again, it's not a great card. Like, you can bring it out with instant fusion, but it doesn't really do much. So yeah, and I'm also a personal fan. It's a fan favorite to me. I really like this card. The art is really cool, and I don't know. I just think it'd be cool if we saw it come back. And then finally, Trishula. I don't see why they might unban this card. I hope they do, because you look at the new Trishula, that's the ritual monster. It is basically the same effect. It is a little less broken because this says up to 1, remove up from play up to 1 card. So then you can just remove from play 1 of them. With the other one, you have to remove from play 1 of each. But still, Trishula, I don't know. Synchro, it'd be cool to see it come back in Synchro decks. That awkward level 9 is probably going to screw it up for lots of Synchro decks, but it'd still be cool to see it come back. Dragon Ravine. This card got banned mainly because of Dragon Rulers, and Dragon Rulers they basically suck. And since Dragunities are getting new support, it'd be cool to see this card come back. So these are just a couple of personally cards that I like a lot. Heavy Storm. It's great to clear your opponent's back row. It'd be nice to see this card come back. It's a staple. Maybe come back at 1. I mean, hey, Raigeki came back. It'd be cool if this card came back. Gladiator Beast Bestiary. I don't even know why this card is limited. It's so stupid. Like, since when were Gladiator Beasts, like, the most OP deck ever? I mean, I'm sure in the past they had all those stupid combos, but really, why is this card even limited? It's stupid. So, Rescue Rabbit. Yeah, Rescue Rabbit. It's cool. Like, I like Rescue Rabbit, and it'd be cool to see Dino Rabbits see some play once again. Maybe the Evil Swarms will play it a bit, too. And, you know, it'd just be cool to see it come back, maybe to 2. It's a cute card. It'd be cool to see it. I don't really think it's going to do much in the meta if they unbanned it. And then Monster Reborn. So, what I feel like I wish they could do is ban Soul Charge, and then bring this card back at 1. I don't like Soul Charge. I'm not sure if you might have heard it in some of my other videos. I really don't like Soul Charge. It's just such a stupid card. Like, I don't see how they banned Monster Reborn and brought this out, this monster of a card. Summon out as many monsters as you want. Like, who the hell came up with the idea for this card? So yeah, it'd be cool if they banned this card and then they brought back Monster Reborn. I like Monster Reborn honestly a lot better than this. Soul Charge is way too good, but this card, it'd be cool to see it come back. Hey guys, wasn't that video great? If you'd like to see more of this awesome channel, remember to subscribe to Dr420 Gaming. Also, check me out on Twitter and Facebook. Alright, Dr420 out.